Good evening, folks. I am here with Mr. Bedford Mr. Bedford Allison. Hello, Mr. Allison. How are you today?
I'm doing great, Duke. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. Why don't you tell folks about yourself?
Well, I'm Bedford Allison. I've lived here in South Pittsburgh next month it'll be 49 years. I was born and reared in Bridgeport, Alabama, but I learned better. I'm a staunch Tennessee fan. I taught school at Marion County High School back many years ago. My wife and I both taught there, and then she came to South Pittsburgh. I had a short teaching career. I retired after 1 year. But I served 18 years on the Marion County Board of Education later on.
Right.
I've always thought that education was the most important thing in our life, second to being a Christian.
Yep.
And I've always tried to help out in education any way I want that I could. Libraries are a great portion of the knowledge base for education. They are a wealth of knowledge. I think Einstein was quoted one time as saying that the only absolute thing that you had to know was the location of the library. And libraries offer much more than just books to read for enjoyment and information. But here in South Pittsburgh, we have the advantage of having a librarian, or have had a librarian, that have established other programs here in the library. And also the library provides the internet for those that don't have access to internet. They can come here and use a computer, and instruction is available for the use of those computers as well by the library staff. And just so many more things. In this age of technology, there are still people that do not have access to the internet, where you can find out almost anything, and a lot of times more than you want to know. But that's why I think that libraries are important. This library here in South Pittsburgh, I remember when it was built. I remember what used to be here. Maybe not specifically on the same footprint of the building here, but right next to it was the jail. That was the city of South Pittsburgh. It's always been city property. This library building is owned by the city of South Pittsburgh. It is, or was until the last city board meeting, was administered by the Marion County Library Board, of which there wasn't a single citizen of the city of South Pittsburgh on that board. So the city of South Pittsburgh needs to have control of the library and its staff and its workings. They do provide the funding for, I know, one person full-time and maybe a percentage of more than one here of the staff. So it's necessary that the city, and I agree totally, that the city voted to take the library back and not have it under the administration of the Marion County Library Board. Jasper did that same thing earlier in the year. They as well own their building, and the city of Jasper does. So I'm not sure about whether Whipple Library is owned by the city or not. I know while I was on the Board of Education, we donated a portion of the property where the Whipple Elementary School and the high school are located, as well as the middle school now. But a corner of that property was donated to the Elfina Humphreys Library for the construction of the library building. It hasn't ever taken place, but I don't know who owns the property where it sits now. But I think it's very necessary that the county once again divide the money out to the individual cities and to the Marion County Library Board if Whipple so chooses for them to stay in control of their library. But I understand that there is monies that are being held by the Marion County Library Board that were raised for the purpose of promoting and staffing and use of the South Pittsburgh Library that have not been distributed back to the South Pittsburgh Library.
Okay. And there's going to be a vote tomorrow at the City Commission, or it's going to be discussed at the City Commission about splitting up the funds. And
yes,
it's very important that folks go to that meeting if they want to support their libraries.
Absolutely. It is vital that citizens of South Pittsburgh need to show up and support the library here, and ask for our funding that be divided 3 ways to each of the cities where the libraries are located. I understand there is a small building in Mont Eagle that is used for a library, and I do not know anything about the ownership of that, who owns it or anything, but I know there's approximately $300,000 of public monies that are state generated and county generated that go to the libraries, and we're asking that as Marion County, Jasper did earlier, that they get their portion of the money, and South Pittsburgh needs our portion of the money.
That county commission meeting will be tomorrow at 6 p.m.
6 o'clock.
And that is at 300 Ridley Road. It's there by the high school in Jasper.
Yes, that's the old, that's where I served the biggest portion of my 18 years that I served on the Marion County Board of Education at that building before we bought the Tennessee Consolidated Coal Building.
Okay.
We kind of outgrew ourselves. And so we had to move into a more spacious building.
Well, thank you very much for commenting, Mr. Allison.
Well, thank you for asking me and giving me the opportunity to address you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.